Hi, welcome back to My Mom Life. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jordan, and today we're making Southern Peach Cobbler. I'm going to start by making the peach filling. So I'm going to go ahead and combine my brown sugar and white sugar with the cinnamon and nutmeg. I should have added in the cornstarch here at this point, but I totally spaced on that. So you'll see me add it here in just a minute after I mix this together. This peach cobbler is absolutely delicious. You can use frozen peaches or fresh peaches if you want. You might just have to adjust the cooking time a little bit, but they will definitely work. So just use the same amount of peaches. So I think it's like 45 ounces is the total. So try and find a bag of about 45 ounces if you're using frozen peaches or fresh peaches. Just kind of measure that out in some way. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the cornstarch here, give it another mix, and then we'll add in our melted butter and extracts. I have almond extract and vanilla extract. If you are not a fan of almond extract, you can just completely leave that out if you want, but I recommend trying it because it's really, really good in this recipe. And it's just a little bit of that almond extract, which a little goes a long way with that, but it adds a little extra something in there that just tastes so good. So I got that in, and then I'm gonna add in a little bit of lemon juice. I'm gonna go ahead and give that a mix. Then I'm gonna add in a few tablespoons of peach juice. So the peaches that I bought are canned in peach juice. If you don't buy canned, or if you use frozen or fresh peaches, you can use water here, just a couple tablespoons of water. But the peach juice just adds a little extra peach flavor to this, and we needed something in there to thin this sauce out. So that's why I went ahead and added in that juice right there. I'm gonna give it another mix. I went ahead and mixed all of these ingredients first because we do not want to completely break apart all of our peaches. So I have my peaches drained. I'm gonna add them into the bowl now and just lightly mix them until they're coated in that yummy, yummy sauce. I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. And I'm gonna go ahead and place this mixture into the bottom of a 13x9 pan that I have greased really well. We are gonna cover this and bake this while we make the topping for our cobbler. So the peaches are gonna get a little bit of a head start in the oven. About 20 minutes or so, you can throw these in and mix up the cobbler topping. Okay, now it's time to make the topping. This is the best part in my opinion. So I have all of my ingredients laid out here. I've got some flour, some white sugar. We're gonna use a little bit of salt. And then I have baking powder, cinnamon, and I have some butter here that I have cubed up. We're gonna put all of this together in a bowl. I'm gonna add the flour and sugar, baking powder, salt, and cinnamon. Mix that together, and then I'm gonna use a pastry blender and cut the butter in until we get a crumbly mixture. I have some water boiling, getting ready to add to this mixture. Adding boiling water to this is gonna create kind of like a biscuit-like texture. We're gonna add in a little bit at a time of that hot water until we get to the right consistency, which I will show you. You're looking for a really wet, sticky dough, but not too thin. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with about 1/4 cup of that boiling water, which is definitely not enough. I ended up adding about 3/4 of a cup. If you see my daughter on screen there, she was having a little bit of a meltdown, and I'm sorry that that got caught on camera, but you know, this is real mom life here. So kids in the background, toddler tantrums, it is what it is. So I'm still adding in that hot water a little bit at a time, and I will get to that consistency here in just a second and show you what I'm talking about. So this is what I was looking for, a wet, sticky-like dough, not as thick as like a biscuit dough. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my peaches out of the oven. I'm gonna uncover them, and I'm gonna spoon this cobbler topping on top of our peaches. You just wanna kind of place it around randomly. Once I have all of that on there, I'm going to top it with some coarse sugar. This is optional, but I think it adds a little bit of a crunch to the top, and it's absolutely delicious. You could use granulated sugar if you want, just regular white sugar, but I have this super coarse sugar, so I went ahead and used that. The smell of this peach cobbler baking in my oven was absolutely divine. It smelled my house up. It was so yummy smelling. So if you're looking for a dessert to make to feed a crowd and you want your house to smell delicious, this is the one for you. Like I said, I'm gonna sprinkle that sugar on top, and we're gonna pop this back in the oven uncovered for about 40 minutes until that topping is done cooking and our peaches will be bubbly and that sauce will thicken up a little bit. Here's our cobbler right out of the oven. As you can see, it is still bubbling, super hot, and that cobbler is browned around the edges. This was absolutely delicious. It was actually one of my husband's favorite things I've ever made. He told me so there's that. That's impressive. I topped it with a little bit of vanilla ice cream. You could top it with some whipped cream if you want. This is so yummy. I hope that you try it. If you want the recipe, check the description box down below. I will have the recipe for you there. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you subscribe and stick around. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye guys.